I'm going to read it. So today I saw the Lord enter the room while leading the red horse by its reins. The red horse was under the control of the Lord, but he told me that it was an uncontrollable horse by any other than himself. And that once released, it would be wild, enraged, terrifying, untamable toward all others. The red horse looked or stared right at me in a threatening way, in a menacing way, because we've met before, so to speak, in some of these encounters. And as the Lord led the horse further out into my vision, which is coming from the hall, if you've been at Ralph and Sonda's house, out further in out of the hall, I could see the front part of the black horse right behind it, which would be the third horse. And I knew the pale horse was behind that one. I actually got up, walked out there down the hallway specifically to see it, and smelled the smell of death when I passed the pale horse, which is the death horse. So I also knew that these horses, this is, language that's not definable, but I also knew they were not long in being released. The two other horses. They're not yet, though. Then I was shown the rider on the red horse, which was a hooded type of being similar to a grim reaper. When he had opened its mouth, and its mouth was open the entire time, there was just fire all in its mouth. It never spoke to me. When the Lord released the red horse, it had been staring at me, never took its eyes off of me. It charged me with a rider on it. But I just stood still. I mean, what are you going to do, run? That's the worst thing to do, huh? So as it got real close to me, a few inches, I spoke right to it and said, "I'm not afraid of you," which I'm not. And so the horse spoke to me and said this, which is a very needed discernment, what he said. He said, "You now see me, but soon the whole world will see me and know me." So I knew from that statement that even with this release now, what it's going to stir in the nations, which is war. All kinds of war. Not just world war, wars. In nations, within nations, civil unrest, civil. I've seen this for several years, by the way. This isn't part of the experience, but we'll see different nations in Europe soon. Totally different nations arise that aren't there presently. And the disappearing of others. So the Lord told me that the red horse would run its race, or this race, actually, he's talking about the book of Revelation, all the way to the finish line or to the end now. So that was the encounter of the red horse being released by the Lord. I'm not